My video.
Oh.
Welcome. Today on Minton Shirker's Garage, where we do stuff backwards. We are back on the Ford Focus 2004. We're going got a leak, a couple spots. As you see, I'm already working on it. I do apologize. I keep forgetting to start these videos. Anyways, so we got the thermostat assembly, which is the thermostat housing, and all in together. It's already got the thermostat in it. So we got to take the old one off, put the new one on, because the seal that goes onto the block, it's bad. So we decided to go ahead and get the new one all together. And we also had another leak that sprung up, that the pipe, which I already have off, and this T right here where my finger is, in the little piece right here has a crack in it, a hairline crack, so it's leaking. So we bought a new one of those. So we got to get everything off the way we can get down to the part. So let me flip around and show you what I got so far and what we still got to take off and all that good stuff. So let's get to that. Let me turn you around and I'll show you. So that black piece that has the three hoses that attach go right here. This hose and these two, this hose and this hose goes to it, and it just tapers right here. There's no screws to go to it, so it's self little plastic tips, clips. Anyways, so here's the housing. I gotta take it off. There's 3 bolts that I can see. That I gotta take that whole piece out, put the new one in, and we'll be good. And then also to get to that third bolt, I'm gonna have to take this battery tray out. So I already got 1 bolt out. I got 2 more bolts right there and right there. They're actually under the battery. I do not have my tripod, or I would let y'all, record while I'm doing this. So I do apologize. I'm at my mom's, so I ain't got nothing with me. I'm just me and my phone. So let's get this taken care of. If I can find a way to set y'all up to where y'all can see me. Give me a second. I keep stepping my mom's plants. Let me rig something up. Got it working. It's kind of... I rigged it.
Got what working?
My video.
Oh. I thought you meant my part.
The part's over there. But I gotta get your battery tray out. Those are the bolts for the thermostat assembly. And there's 3 of them. Yeah, there's 3 of them.
¿Todavía? ¿Tengo duele?
2. 1 more. Oh,
No necesito.
we went to AutoZone
Yeah.
and they told us they couldn't find that whole thing that has the 3 parts for the hoses.
Mm-hmm.
We go to Marshalls and Wheelers, and they're closed. Even Kenny's. Normally they're open till 6.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, so on the way back this way, we stop at O'Reilly's. I showed them a part. Told them it was for the same thing I did at AutoZone. I told them, I said, it's for the coolant system. I can't find that thing.
At O'Reilly's?
AutoZone. AutoZone couldn't find the part.
Okay. Well, apparently the man.
I went to AutoZone. I went to O'Reilly's. I went to O'Reilly's, and just told him I need this part. Told him what it was for, what year it was for. Did a couple.
Apparently the ones in AutoZone don't know what they're looking for.
But I told him about the T. Told him it goes to one part goes to that, one part goes to the bottom of the radiator, and one goes into the block, into the water pump, or something down there.
Well, all I did was tell them T-pipe.
And
T-hose.
O'Reilly's?
No.
You said AutoZone couldn't find it. They didn't know what you were talking about. Went to O'Reilly's, pulled it right up. He said, "This is what you're talking about?" Yep.
El guache de hose too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a problem.
Yeah.
Get it away from there.
That's the problem right there. It goes in this little groove, goes against the block. So let's get the other one out and put that on. Yep, that hose is on, and 2 more to go.
Then we going home.
Go on about yourself. Well, that's in. Well, I just got to tighten it down. Let's tighten it down. Your new part. Your new part. I'm not going to tighten these down just yet. I'm going to get them all tightened and then crank them down. To part about couple just about a. This should be good enough. But we gotta get, somewhat tightened down. And this is on a old Ford Focus. So. All right, time to do that. It's good. All right. Yep. Oh, I need that back. Give me that back. There's that part. So the part sits like, I can't tell you if you can tell me, but part sits like, if the motor was sitting like this, it'll be against it. It'll be against it. So you got the back hose that has a clamp, and the top three right here. This one, and this one has a clamp. These two has the screws. This one and this one back here has the ones you pinch together, and I hate those because they got a locking mechanism, and if you lock them, they're hard to get unlocked. So, but that's the thermostat housing assembly. So we replaced this, and we'll put the hoses all back together. Now we just got to replace that one and the tube in the middle, in the front, and then we start putting it all back together and put coolant back in it. So let's get that part and get it all zipped up and put together.
They're poking my butt. No, you wouldn't.
So these three and this big one goes to the passenger side, and these two goes to the driver's side. And this, like I said, this has two small hoses and one kind of medium hose. Two small hoses, medium hose. So we'll go ahead and put that back together. Those three are in, or two things are in. So now we can put the hoses back on. This one goes here. This one goes here.
I'll change the oil of my car too right now.
And my stepdad is changing his oil in his car. There's that one. That one's on. And the last one. There's that. So now we can put everything back together. So that's the battery tray, battery, start. Make sure it don't leak. So, oh, we got to put coolant back in it. And the battery terminals are on. I don't know if y'all changed out y'all's terminals. This one is a 10 millimeter. So let's start her and let's get everything almost put away. Alrighty, let me start her up and test her out.
Put antifreeze in it.
Oh, antifreeze. I need antifreeze, Daddy.
You said it's in the car.
Dad's it's in the car. We got here extended life 50/50 antifreeze / coolant. Oh, she knew. I've got one. I've got one hose. All right, let's start her up. She ain't won't move right now. Let her do it.
Oh yeah?
Let her get all that air bubbles out.
Okay.
Sure nothing else ain't leaking. Good there. Good there. Good all around. Let her run and get all the bubbles out. Any way you want to do that, you just take your coolant reservoir, fill her up. Don't put your cap on it, start her. Let all the air go to your overflow and right out the top. You'll get the bubbles out. Guarantee it. Because what you're doing is you're feeding all that coolant right back into that overflow. It goes into the block, you know, through the coolant, the radiator, to the motor, from the motor into your heater core, from the heater core back into your thermostat, or into your return. And all the bubbles going through all this system, and they'll eventually get back into your coolant and release all that bubbles. So that's what you really want to do. So she done. So let me show you what I done, and you know, everything, and where the new parts. I already showed you the new parts. But yeah, let's show you how it looked before I got to it. So like I said, you want to leave it open, let all the bubbles out. Cause my stepdad tried to say, hey, you're overflowing. Basically all it's doing is getting all the bubbles and pushing it through. So your all the bubbles is pushing it all through. But eventually all the bubbles, if you see right here, you'll see all the bubbles coming through. So it's releasing the bubbles. Yeah, it's getting all the bubbles back in there. See, it looks like you're draining. So here's your new part. Everything's not leaking. It's right here. And then you got your new part right here. This is part of your actual, I think it's your heater core return, because it actually comes back. One comes from here and one comes back from the back from your firewall. So I do believe that's your return coolant hose for your heater core. And it goes back over here, down in here, and down into your block. So it's basically returning itself, keeping the motor cool. So this is the thing we need to replace, and that. So this one you can get too easy. So just hope this goes out. But then you got when you got to mess with your thermostat housing, you got to take your battery out, unconnect this. I think that's to your starter or something, and then unbolt your battery, take it out, take off the tray, because you need, that way you can get to that very bottom bolt down there, and boom, right there, she's out. Put the new one in, boom. So there again, 2004 Ford Focus, replacing the thermostat housing assembly. That's what they call it, thermostat assembly. And the I really don't know what that little piece is called right here, but I'm gonna call it a return line for your heater core, because literally it comes from the block and goes down into your all your stuff. Or maybe it's actually, yeah. Anywho, so thanks for watching this episode of Minton Church's Garage, where we do stuff backwards. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Go check out my Facebook page and my Instagram page, Minton Church's Garage, and see you on the next video. Later.